Alright, hello YouTube stream. I'm sorry. I forgot about you again. It's alright. Yeah, my bad. My bad. My bad. 7 ads? Subscribe, you fuck. Oh, hey. Nice. It's alright. If it gets boring, we'll just hop over to Korea. It's no problem.
What's going on? Can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Move it. SCV ready. Roger. Ah, you're scared. Huh? What's going on?
Additional supply depots required.
No, this is Crimson. This is Countess.
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. SCV ready. What's
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, just replace Map Hacker with Stream Cheater and we're on the same fucking... You missed status. Yeah. I can see why you would.
Not enough minerals.
I know. I know. I know.
in the rear with the... What's going on? Bad news?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
In the rear.
That's a new one. I banned Slowly Falling for being a liberal.
Command center upgrade complete.
It's not very red-pilled of me. Oh, you know, that is very red-pilled of me. Actually, I don't understand. Is it better or worse? If I'm red-pilled, is it better or worse to silence the opposition? I'm actually not sure. Studying rough has made me very confused about this. I don't know what the correct ideology to have is. Am I pro or am I pro censorship or not? I'm not quite sure. No, Slowly didn't get fucking banned. Subvisive 9. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn in the best way possible. I'm trying to receive the top tier education one can. I really don't know, like, am I supposed to engage with people who I disagree with? Or am I meant to silence them so that they cannot engage with me? I've been trying to learn, but I'm just not very good at it. The answer is just yes? Okay.
Not enough minerals.
Isn't that your stream arguing with chatters? Well, no, like I said, I've been studying.
Not
I've been
enough
studying.
minerals.
Yeah, I've been trying to like... I've been reading the texts and consuming the greatest the greatest content creator,
Additional supply depots
Rough
required.
Stuff TV,
Not
and
enough minerals.
I have to be honest, it's just I'm getting mixed signals about what the correct plan of action is.
Not enough minerals.
I'm not sure. See, I'm told I'm supposed to be open to, you know, new ideas and argumentation, but then
Not enough.
whenever presented with those things, Rough bans the opposition. So
Additional supply
I'm actually just not sure.
Give me orders? Why not?
Yes. This is why. So like this matchup would be actually. This map would be so goated if the hallucinated phoenix didn't fucking exist. This is a great map to demonstrate. Like, the the slight randomness of having a 3-player map actually helps StarCraft 2 so much, because StarCraft 2 has just become like the most predictable shit show. It's really nice to have a map where you can just kind of cook a little bit at least. Well, so like a very famous Dolan once said that when you build SCVs or the one base all in, you're training army units. That's fine. Also, Ice of 9, thank you so much for the resub, by the way. I'm sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. Huh?
Armed and ready. By the big weight.
Look, we're taking big fights. Let's go.
Research complete. Not enough minerals.
How dead are we? We're so ahead. What are you talking about? The fucking Banshee was killer. It was killer instinct. The Banshee was based. It's 10 out of 10. All right, is my router in? Did I get my text massage? Huh? Oh. Shipment delivered. Nice. Nice. All right, I'll stop. And actually, what time do they close? Till 6? Okay. I'll stay till 4. And then I gotta get out of here. I gotta go test the net. There's I'm actually not, I've never seen this before. Someone tell me if their house is like this. I'm very scared. I'm very scared. So this is the situation. So so this is the how do I even, okay, so this is okay, yeah. So this is the wall. Okay. And then we have our fiber coming from fiber. Is it? I don't know. I think it's like this. I don't know. From outside. Okay. And then we have the modem. Okay. And the fiber goes to the modem. And then from the modem is one data cable that goes into this little box. It's just one, like, Cat 7. And there are 4 Ethernet ports in the home. Now, my prayer is that there's a switch in here. This is my prayer. My fear is that there's one cable that goes upstairs to one jack. That's my fear. Okay, so where do the cables go? It's Telus. You need a switch router? Yeah, but why are there 4 Ethernet ports in the home then? Which one does it even go to? Because like there is one port that goes out to this box again. So like where is this one going to? Are you saying that one of them goes to one thing upstairs? Because there's a fiber, you can choose any of the 4 ports. Yeah, but so this I can't get into this box. So one of them has it then, right? Is what you're telling me right now. Not all 4 of them. So I have to pray that it's the one in the office. Is what you're saying. It's ISP fiber drop from the outside telephone comm pole to my house to fiber DAC box to signal booster in the basement, Cat 7 to FiOS box upstairs. Yeah, but there's no box upstairs. Yeah, I guess I'll have to see what this installation process is. Oh, this is going to be a ride. All right. Thank you for confirming that I should be afraid, chat. It's great. I see. I knew there was something to be afraid of. And now you guys have confirmed it. The new Stormgate map editor dropped. Oh, so they have a map editor now. Oh fuck, I just started the game. Okay, I'll take a look. Oh, nice. What are the odds that this is not stream cheating? Yeah, but I just need to make sure that that connection goes where it's supposed to go. Because I can put the server in that closet. That's not a problem.
Additional supply depots required.
And then the Wi-Fi should reach every room in the house, because not a big place.
Not enough minerals.
Also, hello, Untitled Q. Welcome back, buddy.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the Stormgate map editor after this. I'm actually very curious. Very curious.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
Especially, I think if they manage to like license the editor and like the engine, if they manage to get that rolling like they're doing with the fucking whatever game it is, the Game of Thrones game, dude, they'll eventually they will fucking get there.
Not enough minerals.
It might be in 3 years, but like they will actually get there.
Command not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Yeah, they have like a do-it-yourself install kit, so we'll see what the deal is. Yeah, Snowplay. I'm pretty sure that new shit, the new Game of Thrones game is built on it.
Stinky poo poo.
Oh, nice.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
Jason's been building his studio, dude. He's been working super fucking hard. He's gonna have a nice setup. I'm very happy for him.
Not enough minerals.
He's killing it.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, they had like this big unfinished basement.
Not enough.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Huh.
Not enough minerals.
This better be. Who wants some?
Ready to roll out.
Been armed and ready. You gonna get by the. This better be good. Go, go, go!
Not enough minerals.
Oh, been waiting. Armed. This better been waiting. Ready to blunder.
Load up.
Not enough minerals.
This armed
Not
and
enough
ready.
minerals.
It's online. Let's go kill something.
You got it.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Did you? Not the right move. But not bad. Okay, let's see this. I'm excited. Oh.
Hello, and welcome to the Stormgate Editor Preview.
Okay. I just want to see. Show me some editing.
From here, but I'm just gonna stick with Forest Autumn, and I like sand. I think sand's gonna be good. It's gonna be kind of an island theme. So zoom in. If you have a unit placed, it shows you information about the unit, but it also lets you transform the unit here with typing in numbers or rotate the unit, things like that. You can also change, do it mirrored along that symmetry line.
Oh wow.
And this lets me
Yeah, it
over
looks
here
very
on this side,
feature rich actually.
but then also see that the same painting is happening on this side over here.
Very smooth.
So I'm just going to go
too,
ahead
looks
and
like.
surround the whole island with deep water.
I wonder if they're just starting by like cloning
like
every
this.
feature that the Galaxy Editor has
I give
before
myself a
they
bit of
like, or if
room
they have extra.
on the sides, across the horizontal axis there, or the vertical axis, I mean, mirrored horizontally, and middle. Okay.
So like, what happens if they make this game and then the first thing that happens is that they just remake SC2 in this?
So now that we have our primary and we have our expansion, I kind of want to also give a little bit of pathway here. So I'm just going to also go ahead and just a luminite, or sorry, Ethereum generator, place that down as well. I think right here is a little boring, like the walkable path, like maybe a small in depth with all these tools, but just enough to show you what it takes. And I like this other rock, maybe even better than the darker rock. But we're just gonna go a little bit nuts here and do
I mean,
some more stuff.
listen,
I'm
like,
just gonna add a little bit of life, you know, to the scene here. Let's see
it looks pretty
So-
fucking sick.
what here, and we'll put in some light forest, which could be kind of interesting. So we're gonna lift this up over here, and then we're gonna do the same thing again, like we did in the middle, just blend it out. But I'm also gonna put some grass here. You know, I like the bright green grass. I'm gonna put some of that in here because we're gonna put some trees along this little bit here. Yeah.
What do you mean?
put
This
some
is
more
sick,
grass.
dude.
We're gonna put in some lighter
Why
colors.
why would you give them shit for this? This is actually so sick. This looks like quite feature rich.
There we have it. loading into the game. This is. There's not a lot of room to build. But now I can go back and iterate. Maybe I'll expand this starting area out a bit more, make some more room.
This looks
For now,
so sick.
Log
Yeah, my question,
continue to improve
I don't know
on
if they
and
say it in here, but I don't know what how long until they launch it. That's my question.
number of different options for the map.
That's very sick though. Okay, give me 1 sec. Huh. Okay. Oh, and Jay, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime as well. We might actually hit our goals today. Who knows? Who knows? The day is before us. 49.96 barcode.
SCV ready. Yo, go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Bad news.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows how the Stormgate is gonna work out?
What's going on? Huh? Big
Additional
job.
I have no idea if there's any of the AIs to support Galaxy Editor or not.
Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Huh? SCV ready. Go ahead.
What's up, Ren Eagle?
SCV ready. What's going on? Go ahead. Ah! Bad.
1 through 6, or F1 through
Sensor
6.
upgrade complete.
And so 7, and spacebar for camera location as well. So 7.
Huh? SCV ready.
Big job. Got some. Death from above.
Oh, nice, dude.
Fear the Reaper, man.
Not enough minerals.
Oh my fucking! I am so unlucky. This is so giga unlucky.
What's it worth?
Not enough minerals.
The Grim Reaper has arrived.
Not enough minerals.
That's such a goddamn bummer, dude.
Not enough minerals.
You like the place you found, dude?
Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack.
Has arrived. What? Huh? What? SCV ready.
Well, that is a win.
Got bad news.
Add-on complete.
Death from above.
Add-on complete.
What's it?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Big job.
Add-on complete.
Fear the Reaper. SCV ready. Got.
Cyclone ready for action.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready. This better be good.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Let's go.
Stay wait.
Insufficient. Not enough minerals.
Engineering.
SCV ready.
Combat.
Research.
Go, go, go.
Scanning. Combat. Stay your
SCV ready. Armed and
Raven online.
go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Okay.
Ready to roll out.
Engineering at your disposal. Ready for
Not enough minerals.
Oh, interesting. How much? Like, how many examples do you think it usually needs before it becomes competent?
Big job. SCV ready. This better be good.
wait, Raven online.
SCV ready. In the rear with the gear ready.
Scanning the battlefield.
Ready to go.
Waiting.
Oh, interesting. It even takes the document. Oh, of course. Actually, makes a lot of sense. Oh my god, so unnecessary to lose this much. Oh my god. This fucking game.
What's going on?
Ready to roll out.
We could use some help here.
How far behind was I here? Oh, I should have just backed up, dude. He's just faster at everything. What was this, like Reaper FE or something? No. Just better off. He's pretty even right now. He's just got an extra tank. Oh, he skips the cyclone? No, he has a cyclone. What the fuck? I mean, the workers are still even. Down by 1, but I lost 1. I think. He sure had some strong opinions about Protoss late game. Wait, was he still in? Are you still not allowed to balance wine even when he's balance whining? Are you allowed to complain if he's complaining, or is it only that you're not allowed to complain? Wait, so people were allowed to complain? Or weren't allowed to complain? Ah. I'd be very curious to ask him, like,
SCV ready.
what changed?
Yeah, yeah.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Roger. What's going on? Big job, huh? Ah! You scared me!
Additional supply depots. Not
Yeah, was he
enough
talking
minerals.
CBP or was he talking PVT or what?
What's going? SCV ready. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, Neuro has balance complaints. He just never expresses them.
Sal Champ.
Hello, Avic. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate you, big boy. He just doesn't express them.
What's going on? Ah!
Not
You
enough
scared me.
minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Big job, huh? Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Well, no, it's like his whole mentality on playing. Just no fucking shot they patch before EWC. Yeah, EWC is going to be played with a game that literally is a broken cyclone.
Right. SCV ready.
No, Neuro's still chill, I think. It's just like, he's very disciplined about it.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
What's it worth? Geronimo! On the way. SCV ready. That's all? Yes, indeed. All right. Got something for me. Good job, here. SCV ready.
Yeah. There's like, yeah, the game is literally like, it's actually kind of nuts that we're about to have like a $1 million tournament on a broken game. So sick.
Not enough minerals.
Let's... What? SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
What? What's it?
Not enough.
Again, it's, in my opinion, it's really not about which race is favored.
Upgrade complete.
It's about the quality of play,
SCV ready.
in my opinion.
Hear them. Gas from above. SCV ready.
enough minerals. Not enough add-ons complete.
Yeah, I think that last patch, it was just the early game was extremely obnoxious. Like the early mid game was extremely obnoxious for Protoss, and the late game was extremely obnoxious for Terran.
Not
And none, like the only thing that's changed is now the early game isn't obnoxious for Protoss.
Not
I think
enough minerals.
that's it.
Not enough minerals.
And that's why everyone's like really tilted
Not
because
enough
again, like I've tried to explain before, like it's the fact that it's the way that you play that late game that's like really fucking obnoxious more than anything else.
minerals. Command center.
The quality of the play, yeah. And it's no fun to just like get interference matrix and die. Which is why like I have no problem with like Storm being perfectly viable and maybe even like too good on the defense, but like the problem is just that it's really difficult to ever take Protoss by surprise. And I think we're finally stumbling, like you have people finally getting to the round to the idea, like why TVP was so fucking dumb in the first place. Like it's whenever you see people pulling the boys every game for like tens of thousands of dollars, like you should never think to yourself like, man, how could Terran ever, like, look at how stupid Terran is that they can do this. It's like, why would you rather gamble
Research.
with SCV pulls than play a standard game where you think you can actually win the game? Right? Like why would Maru pull the boys 7 games out of 7 when he could before just play that person in a late game? Like that's a gamble for him too. It reflects the state of things. Like you're not going to want to play a long form game against when you think you're disadvantaged. So everyone dodges that shit. Right? And that was true before. Like if people are doing 2-base all-ins every game, like that should tell you that there's probably a problem in the late game. It's not just that you win there, it's that you're actively avoiding that phase as well. It's not so much that they ratcheted one phase of the game in the other direction, but late game remains, I mean, aside from energy overcharge just being substantially better than battery overcharge later on in the game, it's actually relatively similar.
Add-on complete.
The like I said, the hallucinated Phoenix just lets you get there every game.
Additional supply depots required.
Or most games. Obviously, there are a few very small, subtle exceptions.
Research complete. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply. Unacceptable landing zone.
Gangway, coming.
Fueled up, ready to go.
You want LTV ready?
Mayday! Mayday!
I can't build here.
Additional supply depots required.
Got something.
Protoss is obnoxious. I mean, that is actually part of it. But it's more just that a lot of the abilities are poorly designed or very frustrating. But actually, I agree with that statement. I think that that's actually the real reason everyone hates Protoss. And, I mean, it's being touched on now. Like, you know, Pig brought it up in his video and stuff. The real issue is that Protoss is obnoxious. That is actually true. Yeah, it's not fun. It's fun to play and not fun to play against. And I think, yeah, the fact that it is more fun is a lot to do with it too. Like it's fun to play.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Ready for dust off.
Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene
Well, yeah,
gas.
I kind of agree with Pig's idea too that it's like at this point, what do you know, it's clear that like the pros aren't going to fix it. There's no actual balanced team. Like who's going to actually redesign Protoss? Like that's never going to happen.
Depots required.
So I mean, at some point you just have to, yeah. Oh yeah, mine's being rebuffed is like a good idea, I think. I think the idea, I had this idea too, where maybe you could upgrade a tech lab / reactor into a tech reactor.
Mineral
to make it easier to swap and upgrade. Like to swap styles and upgrade shit later on in the game.
Research.
Thought that might be interesting. So I feel like one of Terran's biggest issues is actually just that there are better unit compositions later on in the game. Like let's say you're opening bio or something where it's like really good to be in that phase, but then your later compositions are locked behind factory tech, but you have no upgrades and no easy way to switch from reactors to tech labs. Like there's no really efficient way to transition your army from one army style to the other.
Field completed.
That'd be so OP against Zerg. If it depends on what the cost of them are. I don't think so though. Like you're still supply locked. Units will still cost the same. Like it's not like suddenly you can just have more money.
I'm going. Go, go, go. Who wants some? Me, boy. Who wants some? Go, go, go. You want a piece of me, boy?
Fueled up, ready to go.
This better be good. Armed and you. Go, go, go. Who wants some? Me, boy.
Ready.
Who wants some? This by the numbers. Armed and ready. Gangway. Coming.
Ready to roll out.
Mineral field. Insufficient press.
You gonna give me? Who wants some? Been waiting on gangway. Coming through. By the numbers.
Got freedom?
This been armed and ready.
Mineral field. Research.
Go, go, go.
Mineral field completed.
That's fine.
Not enough minerals.
Huh? You want a piece of me, boy? By the numbers. Who wants some? This better be good. I'm in a world of hurt. I'm on it.
Oh, this is a fucking terrible fight for him.
Mineral field completed.
Nice. GG. Oh. Tell you. Hey, Rex, it's good. That's so many medevacs. I should really build other shit. Like, truly. Oh no, Fractal. You're gonna have to watch ads, bro. That's the worst. Fuck those, man. What time does Wikipedia start? Oh my god. I love that not Wikipedia. What time does Homestar Cup start? I love that has become a thing. 20 hours. Oh yeah, I'm so fucked. Oh wait, no. I haven't even seen the groups. I guess it's Optimistic, Hydra. I actually recognize most people. Oh, SOS is going? That's so sick. Wait, is there no Cyril? Yeah, no Cyril, no Rainer. Whoa, this is okay. I'm actually excited for this. Anyone could win this. Free for Zoun. Yeah, Zoun should unironically win this tournament. Yeah, you're right. You're right. For sure. So Gabe, Kevin, SOS, Zoun, Showtime, Spirit maybe? Lambo, for sure. Yeah, it's like pretty open. Yeah. Ryung is gonna get out of his group. Maybe Mana? A laser could do it too. Yeah, but a laser when he shows up, bro, he cooks hard. Okay, we've got Mao. Is the prize pool still TBD? I have no idea, bro.
SCV ready. Uh-huh.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Huh? SCV your ready. What's going on? Big job, huh?
Additional supply depots.
I struggle so much in this matchup, dude.
Not enough minerals.
This is my weak point. Even worse than TVP, I think. By 1%, but
Not
still.
enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Yeah, they changed the fucking font, bro. It's fine on mine, but only because I did, it's at like 133%. Say glorified Monday Cup. Yeah. Yeah, well. We'll see.
Not enough minerals.
Huh? Big job, huh?
This is way too easy. Like way too early. Not easy.
Big job.
Insufficient Vespene gas. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Makes sense though. I think everyone's prepping for EWC, right?
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Like all the players not going are only not going because EWC.
Is death from above? Yes, and let's go.
I guarantee you, Cyril's not going to collect the paycheck simply because he's prepping. Oh, it was fun. It was great. Yeah, I spent my entire time playing poker though. I kind of regret that, but also don't.
Minerals.
Certainly.
Yeah, the next time I go, if they're still running it, which there's no reason that they wouldn't be. If they're still running it, I will be giving myself like 1 day to play poker. And then that's it. Then I'm out. You're scared of what will be done with SC2 after July? I mean, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I think Ravi's right. A lot of people are gonna quit. Like, I don't think they're not gonna announce EWC. I mean, for what, like at least 6 months, even if they do. And there's rumors that they won't, which I think is stupid. But, you know, whatever. It's not up to me. You know? So. Oh my god, how do you fuck this up, me? Jesus Christ.
Add-on complete.
Oh god, such garbage positioning. Yeah, he just wins the game, yeah? Yeah, of course. No, they're not gonna do anything. Like, what we're gonna have happen, probably, is some slight patches. Like, we're gonna get the Warcraft 3 treatment, and it's gonna go all community-based. Right? We'll probably, in my opinion, we'll get more map changeovers because the TLMC or whatever, if there even is one, will be run through, like, Wardy or whatever, and, like, they're currently doing now. And they're going to just have a better system for picking maps. Maps will be more regular, which will be really nice. You'll get probably like slightly less, maybe equivalent numbers of patches, but I'm actually really not sure how that's all going to work out. Because I don't know which is worse. The Balance Council and the shit show that was, or the intern yet. Because like now it's just the intern. The intern will just... The intern and you know, maybe his crew of like one guy will just decide what the patch is, and that's it. that's the tweet. So I don't know which is worse from that perspective. We might actually get more patches because of that, like maybe twice a year or something, or like once every 3 months, or or 3 times a year. Might get that. The Balance Council is now a, like, advice council, is my understanding. They just advise. But, like, yeah, now, so basically, Alex007 was running ESL, like the ESL Balance Council, and now it's the intern who runs it. I mean, I think my understanding is that internally Microsoft does care about StarCraft 2 still. So we'll see. It just might take a while. Like it isn't going to be an overnight thing. That's all. But I think first you have to sort out the arcade bug. The arcade bug is a big issue that needs to get sorted out. So like that's got to happen.
Not enough minerals.
Huh? SCV scared me. I'm going. Go ahead. Bad news? What's going on? Huh?
Additional
In the rear.
Not enough minerals.
And then we'll see what happens after that.
Big job. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. Yeah. SCV ready. Ah! You scared me.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on? What's going on? SCV ready. Huh? Well, butter my oven. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Woo! Go. Ah! Huh? Yep. Big jump. In the rear with the gear. Bad news.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Go ahead. What's going?
Command center upgrade complete.
What's going? Ah! The Grim Reaper has arrived. SCV ready. Huh? Big job, huh? SCV ready. Huh? Got. In. SCV ready. The Grim Reaper has arrived. Go ahead. SCV ready. Yo. Ah! You scared me. Ready to raise some hell.
Not enough minerals. Not enough
SCV ready. We.
additional supply depots required.
What's going on? The Grim Reaper has arrived. In the rear. Go ahead. Ready. SCV ready. Gas from above. What? What's it worth? SCV ready. Yeah.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Got.
Command center. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Gangway coming through.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. On the way. SCV ready.
Insufficient.
Armed and ready. SCV ready.
Okay.
In the rear. Bad SCV ready.
Scanning back.
Where? SCV ready.
Huh.
Wait.
Ready to roll out.
Who wants?
Additional supply depots required.
Engineering at your command.
Additional supply depots required. Research complete.
Dude, that era is so over. Yeah.
State your request.
What's going on?
Engineering at your
It-
command.
I don't know. I'm not like doomer about StarCraft 2 at all, but why some people say the late game Terran is favored against Protoss? It's more that Clem is favored against Protoss.
Required.
The game
Not
Late
enough
game Terran is not favored against Protoss statistically.
minerals.
Scanning back.
This is a fucking lie.
Your request. Command.
There's like one guy who can do it, and even then he wins before the quote unquote late game.
Command.
I mean, it's just statistically untrue.
Ready.
Terran is not. They do not have a better late game than Protoss. You can interpret that like if the game goes to full mine out situation, that Terran performs slightly better, or about the same. But like everywhere from 9 minutes onwards, Protoss is favored by a pretty heavy margin. There's, to my knowledge, there is nothing that supports the opposite of that.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Ready.
Skill issue.
Command center upgrade complete.
The game is pretty even across all matchups. At what level? At what level are we speaking?
Oh, wait.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Yeah, but I've said this. Like I already said this today. Like,
Command authority registered.
balancing for the top players is stupid. Well, balancing for the top players is fine. Designing for the top players is stupid.
Add-on complete.
The argument that I kind of respect the argument that balance is design, but like when you're actually changing the function of units and stuff to design for like the top level, it doesn't make any sense.
Request.
It's more like a skill issue. If you're a high master, okay, so high masters to pro level,
Insufficient
Protoss is significantly favored.
Ready. Command.
And more specifically, they're just favored. Like the Terran is favored for like a 3-minute period or something, or 4-minute period, from minutes 3 to 9, or 4 to 9 or something,
Scanning.
and very unfavored in the late game.
mineral field depleted.
This is just a statistical fact. You can go check SE2 Pulse and check for yourself.
Insufficient. Research complete.
It is a statistical fact, yes. You can feel free to go check it yourself. Sure. Yeah, so from minute 3 to 9, Terran is favored by less than 5 or less percent. Right? And from minute 9 onward, Protoss is favored by at least 5%. Hello, Battle Goose. Thank you very much, buddy. There you go. Let's do an A. Sure. It's worse. Substantially worse because Terrans on an A are worse. they execute timings worse, and therefore their window is smaller, and Protoss wins by an even larger margin in the later stages of the game. I didn't realize that, actually. That's hilarious. Is it possible the Terrans are taking risks in those early minutes to get wins? That's by definition what they're probably doing to execute timing attacks, yeah. Sure. But like, even if you don't, you still lose. So. Because assuming that, okay, so assuming that you would do a timing attack and their Protoss opponent defends evenly, the game should be even from there. Like, if the Protoss is like holding instead of dying, usually the game should be at least relatively even. The only way that the games can end up in this state is that there's a significant advantage. Plus, historically, this is still true. Even if you go back to like last season and the seasons before that, it's been true for a long time. You can go back as far as you want, and as far as you go back, the late game is favored for Protoss. You're free to check yourself. What changes would you make? The thing is that you actually can't fix this problem without addressing recall, warp gate, without addressing recall and warp in. You can't. It's not solvable. Oh, and rapid fire warp in. Like, if you don't address those things, then yeah, I mean, late game's just easier to play for the Protoss. Mechanically. So like, yeah, Protoss is favored.
Not enough minerals.
That makes sense to me. Like, the game just gets out of control. And claiming statistical facts though, no, stop. Like any like, so you have that plus every Terran player complains about the exact same thing. Like, it's the same shit. Like, everyone bitches about the same shit, and they've bitched about it for ages. It's really a straightforward concept. It's not too hard to understand. But realistically, even if Terran were favored, it's still not designed well. Because it's extremely frustrating to play against.
Not enough minerals. Not enough
Oh, sure.
minerals.
Yeah, but the stats back up the anecdotal experience of players.
Command center upgrade complete.
But yeah, I absolutely understand that there are reasons that the graph could look like graphs could look like the way that they do. That don't necessarily mean that there's a problem, for sure. For example, by those graphs, Zerg is heavily favored in the late game of TVC.
Insufficient
Right?
investment
Which,
costs.
I mean, who's complaining about that?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not
When in
enough
reality,
minerals.
what's happening is that every Terran is basically just fucking 8-raxing. And, you know, sure that there are issues, but it's actually not, like, there's just probably not that many games compared to the ones that are earlier. So the Terran is actually probably slightly favored.
Add on.
No, of course. That's why, yeah, that's why I never say that, like, something is broken. I mean, obviously the hallucinated Phoenix is broken, but that's,
Not enough minerals.
it's kind of a mask for the fact that it
Not
just
enough
creates an
minerals.
unbearable situation to play in.
Command center upgrade. Not enough minerals.
Is all.
This better be good. What's it worth?
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
But anyway,
SCV ready.
Bringing back powerful units again. It's just such a... I don't know, man. I don't want to just shit on his opinion, but like... No. I don't think it's wise to do that. I think that there are some powerful units that would be fine. For example, I think the Broodlord is bad for no reason. It should be good, but like... I think the reason it's bad is because it's one of those units where the design is just so fucking garbage, and it just is a gameplay inhibitor rather than something that you ever really want to deal with. And it would just, right now it's actually just kind of blessed that it's bad because like it creates really stupid games. So like I feel like they should just turn it into a pseudo guardian so that the unit can just be decent and have good stats. Because like right now what happens is that the unit just, every time they make it too good, the unit is just trash. Or the unit is just like insane and it just scales insanely. And so they have to nerf it. And then when they nerf it, the unit is too bad. And so it's never used. And everyone dodges it like the plague. It's impossible to get these units that are free unit generators into a particularly good state. Because they body block, which is effectively a slow at the same time. And the side effect of this is that no one ever wants to fight, and it just makes for the fucking worst games of all time. Like, it just sucks. The Broodlord, in its current design, is garbage. Like, they should make it so that it does only impact damage, and you can, like, upgrade to maybe, like, mini banelings or some bullshit like that. That seems way better, because then you don't body block, so you can actually, like, fucking chase after the unit or be mobile and stuff around it, rather than just have to navigate this unit that blocks pathing. Like, for example, if you look at the Thor and Broodlord interaction, you completely understand why it's just fucking terrible, because the Thor is already a slow, clunky, immobile, garbage mess. So in order for it to be a proper counter, the Broodlord has to also be like that. Because otherwise it body blocks the Thor to the extent that the Thor doesn't do anything, and then without the Thor, the only counter the Terran has is the Ghost, and then the Ghost has to be insane, which of course counters the rest of the entire Zerg, like, composition. So, like, you can see the trickle down, like, the trickle on effect is, like, just right there. The knock-on effect is very apparent. Yeah, of course, yeah, turning into the Guardian makes sense. So, like, I'm good with powerful units, but something like the Disruptor, which genuinely, in my opinion, has absolutely no fucking place in StarCraft 2 at all. Because it's basically fulfilling the roles of other units that already exist, and it's like one of the most annoying units in the world to play against, is completely unnecessary, and actually just gets worse as you and your opponent get better, because there's no way to micro it better. It just stands still and you control the ball. Right? Like, unlike if you look at the High Templar, which is a great example of excellent skill expression, where the better you are, the better the High Templar is. Like, it's just very clear that there are some units that just really don't belong. And I would really like to stop pretending like, if we just go back to a time where all these units are really good, that it's going to be good. Because it's not. Because there's a reason that these units got nerfed in the first place. Right? People complained until they fucking nerfed them. Or the games that they created were very bad. And, like, pretending like those things... Like, that's the one thing that the Balance Council kind of did okay, which is just that every time that they addressed something, it was always in response, in my opinion, to, like, something that people complained about a lot. Like, they addressed Void Ray Battery, even though technically, like, no pros were losing to Void Ray Battery anymore. Right? Like, the Ghost change was a response to the fact that late game TVZ is, like, kind of shit to watch, and always resulted in these turbo late games. Right? The fact that every Terran was just doing like a 5-Rax or some sort of 5-Rax adjacent build was like, that's what Energy Overcharge was meant to address. Like, they were addressing actual problems, which is something that I like as opposed to the way that things were kind of done before, where the balance team would address like shit that basically no one was playing anymore by the time they actually got around to changing shit. I remember being like actually frustrated that they'd like their patch notes would actually be addressing shit that is like way out of meta at that point. So it's not like that's something that the Balance Council I think did very well, which is that they took problems that people actually had and then tried to solve them. It's just that the solutions were not always well thought out and not fully thought through, which is by far the biggest issue with the Balance Council, which is that like they may have been able to correctly identify the problems, but I think that the politics of the thing got in its own way, and because they had no competent leader who actually made decisions, you ended up with bullshit instead.
Ready for dust off.
Which is genuinely why I have some hope for the intern, because if the intern is actually just going to be his own guy and make his decisions that he feels are good, then perhaps we may actually get something semi-competent. Well, I mean, David Kim got the heights of shit. It's not like David Kim was immune to the crap.
You hailed?
Yeah, I think StarCraft 2 is just bloated. Too many years or too many units. Like I think this is again why I feel like the Disruptor's just so bad. There's just units that do the job better, have more obvious counters. The micro against them is more interesting or better. It's not just dodge. Like the Terran Liberator just overlaps the living fucking bejesus out of the siege tank. I wish the siege tank were just better at its role. Feels unnecessary in my opinion. A little bit. Like it has a place, don't get me wrong. Like the Liberator has made its mark, but like, and the Cyclone is kind of like, now we just have a unit that just shuts down Banshee Opener's CBT, and I don't know, it's just a micro, like, it's just a micro that's way less satisfying than all the other micro in the game. Because you just run it around, just right-click moving. Yeah, I understand what the Lib's job is. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, like, I understand why a lot of these units have roles, but it just overcomplicates the fuck out of the game. All the time. Remove Protoss recall in game is fine. I don't think if you remove recall, it's necessarily fine, and I don't think recall has to go away.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers, some drunk. I don't think recall needs to go anywhere. I think that what they should do. I've had the suggestion for a while. Is that oh my god, fucking okay. They should 1. Remove recall from Nexus. 2. Place recall. I guess say recall, or in this case, town portal on Warp Prism. Warp Prism recall behaves exactly the same way, but you can snipe the prism. Done. Oh, wrong payout? No way. Is that from the game before? Oh my god. It's my bad. Skamazed. This is what I think they should do with recall. I think recall's biggest issue is that you can't kill this to stop the recall. This is the biggest issue with recall. It makes it incredibly frustrating and trash. Why not just add the Arbiter at that point? Because the Arbiter warps to the Arbiter, which has its own subset of problems. Whereas this would town portal back to the Nexus. As opposed to thing. Now, the thing that this does, How do you choose which nexus? Could be closest nexus. Or you could just have to just target a nexus. What's wrong with targeting a nexus? You could easily just target a nexus. Why not just give the recall? Recall Mothership has recall already. The thing is that I think all I'm trying to get at here is that the main issue with recall is actually not recall. It's the fact that you can't stop recall. That's it. There's no counterplay. And this is a lot of the Protoss issues are actually lack of counterplay issues. They feel like you can't do anything about them, and thus they feel insane. Right? Disruptor feels insane because you can't stop the Nova. Like, you can't EMP it, right? You can disable it, but like nobody builds Ravens. You don't see how it's a buff? How many War Prisms can you build? You can build more than one. So like, you can recall more than one army. You can recall on more than one side. Yes, Nexus recall, so they would not share cooldown, correct? Like, the Terran would actively be trying to kill War Prisms to prevent running away. It would be a buff for Protoss, for good Protosses, and a nerf for shit Protosses. Right? Because you'd have to actually babysit the shit out of your War Prism instead of just being able to teleport home for free. So, like, it would create engagement and counterplay. And obviously, you dial in the numbers. Like, you can't just recall nonstop. You'd have to actually have some amount of cooldown. So recall would need to be a leash cast in your War Prism, but to go to the Nexus? Correct. It'd be Town Portal. You grab X number of units around you and you go back to thing. It's not weird at all. It happens, I think it's exactly how it functions in War 3. Identically. I think it's by far better than the current design. Extend recall delay so the army takes a pounding before going back home. The thing is that usually, the fact, like, it could take 20 seconds, but that's usually not when recall is annoying. Recall is annoying when your opponent is, like, able to basically be in two places at once. I can't see Terrans accepting making the Prism stronger. Yeah, but it doesn't matter what Terrans will accept. Doesn't matter. It's about what is better designed for the matchup. It's about, like, and the thing is that Terrans and Protosses and Zergs, they all have the same thing in common. If you tell them, like, I'm going to give you this ability instead of this ability, the first thing they all say is, well, how am I supposed to survive without this ability? I need it. Right? Every Protoss was complaining battery overcharge is going to be is so much better than energy overcharge. Very few of them were able to see the number of knock-on effects that energy overcharge would have. And I had so many fucking arguments. So many arguments with people trying to explain why energy overcharge would genuinely be better. And I was laughed at. It was fucking annoying. And of course, you get 8 months later and it's like, well, I mean, it's the new shit. Everyone loves it. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread, bro. Every Protoss uses it. Every game, nonstop. It's fucking great. So, like, it doesn't matter what anyone says. I mean, if you just have to look at the design of the game, you just have to ask yourself in every unit composition or engagement, does this feel fair and fun? Is this a fair engagement? Does it feel like both sides had the opportunities for play and counterplay? And the reality is that when you look at recall, at least on the Nexus specifically, Mothership recall, you have counterplay. You can kill the fucking Mothership. Protoss needs buffs. I agree. That's why I think you should give the War Prism recall, because then, or Town Portal, because then you can build, like, Nina, imagine building 5, you have 5 groups of units with each with their own War Prism, and you're just fucking sending them out there and then just killing shit and recalling home. Oh my god, how based would that be? That'd be so based. I think that'd be the most based. So imagine being able to recall groups of units all the time. How sick would that be? Well, yeah, because the way that Zerg gets a hold of literally anything is with Yoink. Is this in place of Nexus Recall? This is in place of Nexus Recall, yes. Yeah, it would be better. It's a better design, in my opinion.
Not enough minerals.
It's a better design. It's better because, like, whenever you look at any ability or any unit, the unit should be better the better you are. So when you look at my thoughts for the Warp Prism and what you should do with Recall, the better you are, the more Warp Prisms you would be willing to have, and the better you would control them, and the more likely you escape, and the more you can integrate strategy into being able to use your Warp Prisms. And then if you're, as a Terran, if you're better, you're more likely to get your hands on the Warp Prism and kill it and trap units that you specifically wouldn't have caught before. Right? So it's better for both. The better you are on either side, the better the more fair it feels, essentially. Whereas Recall is the same regardless of how shit you are. You click your units and they get teleported home. And like obviously you can blink away and into the corner of a base or whatever, but that's it. That's where the interaction ends. Oh yeah, Musti's better than me right now for sure.
Big job. Huh? SCV ready. What's go? Huh?
Anyway.
SCV ready.
Like I have quite a few thoughts on what they should do. But the blanket idea that you should just make everything strong again and then go from there, it just feels like it has no we're not looking at which units are actually fun and interesting and create fun engagements. We're just like, yeah, well, we just need strong tools and like that'll fix everything. So you should make the Void Ray strong again. That was fun. I mean, battery Void Ray all-ins. Let's go back to that. Like, it just seems very reductive and not the right way to go about it.
Something from Fear the Reaper, man. Nothing. Back. Death from above.
SCV ready. Huh? Something in the way.
But I think you could, without actually breaking the entire game, you could probably
SCV ready.
sort out
Grim Reaper has
a lot of the issues with a lot of the really frustrating things about Protoss without fucking everything up. I truly believe that if you front-loaded Warpin, so that effectively units were like they warped in substantially slower, but the refresh rate of warping in was longer. I think that would sort out a lot of the bullshit where fights just get turned around like instantly. I think you could do that, and it probably wouldn't affect too much in the early game because you'd still have the same number of units. I'm not sure about that, but like my intuition tells me that it would probably be okay. And then the Warp Prism you could use to fix Recall without going too insane. You know, at this point, I mostly want to think about solutions that feel like the intern could do them if he did want to. Not that he would. Because, like, I think if you tried to do, like, a complete overhaul, like, I think if you tried to switch to Protoss the gateway only, I think that's bad for two reasons. Or, like, or gateways are, like, or warp gates are just worse. I think that it would really fuck with the state of Protoss. Like, I don't think you could just do that and it'd be okay.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
And then, like, getting the numbers right on what gateways should actually be, like, capable of building at is, like, that'd be really difficult, I think. I think that'd be very difficult to do. I don't think that's something that's easily done. Yeah, spawning on location is probably the reason alone that Protoss is, like, late game favored. At anything except for the absolute highest level.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Like, because the games are just like, yeah, it's just it's so flexible to be able to warp in anywhere. And I think it was probably a lot better before everyone decided or figured out how rapid fire warp in worked. But now that you have rapid fire warp in, I think it's really, really difficult. I think it's really tough.
Research complete.
Rapid fire warping like really fucking scuffed that because it's like so fast to warp in. Like warping in charge lots is like actually negligible in speed. It takes no attention. And if you went from taking 5 to 10 seconds to do something before to now taking literally 1, it's a big deal in the later stages of the game when there's a lot of shit going on. It's not that big a deal early, but it's a huge deal later. Well, it's also like I think that removing warp gate doesn't make any sense because I think that all of your designs should be lore focused, and it would just be so fucking dumb given how like in the lore how prevalent and important warping in shit is that all of a sudden the race like loses that capability. That doesn't like make any sense to me. Feels like that's a lot of the Protoss fantasy. I just think that the risks of warping in wherever the fuck you want are not high enough. It should be fucking higher than it is. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to be so brazen, and it's okay. Because the other, like, sure, Zerg gets to warp, like Zerg gets to build very quickly, and Terran, well, actually no, Terran just gets scuffed, but that's fine. Again, races are asymmetrical. That's okay. The problem is just that, hold on. Yeah, we're just talking about it, bro. My favorite part is that every day you come in and you complain about my stream. That's my favorite part. Every single day you come in and you complain about it.
Scanning battle combat engineering. Ready, command.
SCV ready.
Add-on.
Ready to blunder.
SCV ready.
Insufficient best beam gas.
Want some?
State.
Give us.
Captain, state ready. Right away.
This better be good.
Scanning
Mineral field completed.
command. Engineering. Ready. Stay waiting. Stay your request. Right away.
Mineral field completed.
What's going on?
This better be good.
Add-on.
You know what's funny? Like I never got into the rest of this album. I just really like this song.
Got no base.
Eventually we made a mistake though.
Coming through. This better be
I know what he's doing now, and I'm just gonna die.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Liberation is at hand.
Not enough minerals.
orders received.
I can't build here. Fueled up, ready to go.
You could have been armed. By the number. That's
Additional.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Not enough energy.
Roger that.
Ready for dust off.
You want a piece?
Not enough energy.
Not enough tanks.
Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Not enough energy.
Why would you do this?
What's going on?
This better be good. Fighter. Let's get it.
In the rear.
Can't hold them away.
Oh, this is really bad.
Not enough.
We could use some help here. Fighter.
I haven't even started to, too. My window is not wide.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Need something load up.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
I'm in.
He absolutely has. Like, I'm on a clock, and he probably knows. He must realize it at this point. But yeah, Moose is actually a guy who I regularly take extremely good positions against him, where I think 99% of players would just admit that they should leave the game, but he doesn't, and then he wins.
Field depleted. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Coming through. Go, go, go.
Reporting for action.
I'm such a shitter, man.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Well, he just has ups, man.
Armed and ready.
Go ahead.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough energy.
Standing by.
Not enough energy.
Give us your best.
Add-on.
This better be good. Way. Coming through. This better be good.
Let it roll out.
Gangway.
Ready for dust off.
We could use armed and ready.
Insufficient.
Go, go, go. You want a piece of me, boy? Go, go, go.
Not enough minerals. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient. Not enough energy.
Yeah, he's tricksy, dude.
Vespine gas. Not enough
tough.
energy.
Why not?
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
I'm in deep.
Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas.
You want a piece of me, boy? Then you gonna give me? But who wants some?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
This better be good. Who? Armed and ready.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Go, go, go. Gangway. Coming through. You gonna get? Go, go, go. You want a piece of me?
Mineral field depleted.
Ready for dust off.
Orders received. Why not?
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Hmm.
Affirmative.
I saw him,
Field
right?
Depleted.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Additional supply depots required. Insufficient Vespine
I'm just broke.
gas.
Ready for dust off.
Ready to roll out.
Not enough energy.
Bad news.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Gateway. Coming through. Go, go, go.
I'm fucking terrible at this game, dude. I'm so fucking terrible at this game. And of course, there's a second liberator for whatever goddamn reason there is.
By the numbers, boys.
Vespine geyser. Not enough minerals.
Yeah, I'm just trash.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough. Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
Been waiting on you.
Not enough energy.
Yeah, his upgrades literally held him in place the entire game, and then and no tank upgrades too. Yeah, which he only has +1, but
Picking up or dropping off.
Mineral field depleted.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Not enough.
I only have 62. I mean, yeah, terrible fucking
Now what?
worker building.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, so this is like where you realize that it's like deceptive sometimes to be a base up.
SCV ready.
Upgrade complete.
It can be very deceptive to be up in
Not enough
base count.
minerals.
SCV ready.
Been waiting on you.
Understood.
Gateway. Coming through. By the number, this better be good.
Not enough minerals.
Now what?
Ready to roll.
This better be good.
Under attack. Field depleted. Not enough minerals.
Go.
Not enough. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
You've been waiting.
Need some.
You gonna get.
Mineral field.
By the.
Not enough minerals.
In the rear.
We've been waiting on gateway. Coming through.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Armed and ready. Go. Who wants gateway? Coming through. This better be good. Wait. You gonna give me orders?
Ready for dust
Armed and ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go.
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Been waiting on you.
Mineral field depleted.
You want a piece of me, boy? We could use some help here. Who wants some?
Not enough.
Gateway.
Not enough energy.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals. Not Not enough minerals.
Armed and ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Yeah, truly a terrible day to be a Marine, huh?
Armed and ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Been waiting away. Coming through.
Ready for dust off.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Actually?
Coming through. What's up? Been waiting. You gonna give me orders? What's up? Armed and ready. You want a piece of me, boy? Been waiting.
Not enough energy.
Gangway. Coming through. Yes, sir.
Mineral field. Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
Been waiting on you.
SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
I have a hard... Like, I don't know how to break him from here. I mean, he still has the base up top, so... I don't even know if I can.
Dust off.
SCV ready.
This better be good.
Not enough energy.
Show.
Insufficient.
Coming through. Want a piece of me, boy? This better
Base
be
is under attack.
Ready to roll out.
good.
SCV ready.
Outstanding. You gonna get
Base is under attack. Mineral field completed.
Where's the rest?
coming through.
Mineral field completed.
Ready to roll out.
Get me away. Coming through. Wait. This better be good.
Additional support.
I mean, yeah. So this game is fucking Jover. He just doesn't want to leave it. But I respect it.
Additional supply depots required.
This game is seriously over. Like I said, he wins a lot of these, actually. Like, more than you'd think.
Give me but who wants this? You gonna get been waiting.
He's not embarrassed. I mean, maybe he is embarrassed. Lots of players get embarrassed when they lose a map to me. But not, I don't think Moosty's one of them.
This better be good.
Additional supply depots required.
Good job, huh?
Been waiting on you.
What's our
Add-on.
Yeah, it's pretty close. The units lost anyway. Basically, the thing that lost me this game almost was that somewhere in here, fell into this trap of like no longer building workers. Oh, high five. High five. How you doing, high five? GG, GG, GG. Nice wrench. How you doing, buddy? You killing it or what? Yeah, we fell into this issue here where I like thought the game was over and stopped building workers. No, I thought I was actually more ahead than I was. So like if you look at the worker count I have of the space, he hasn't even started a fourth. I should be ahead, but I'm behind in upgrades and this is like I don't have enough workers. And this is why I end up in a really dicey spot because I'm playing like I'm winning, but I'm not. I'm actually not winning by that much. Like we're winning, but not by the amount that I feel like I am. I'll be right back. Okay. Dub. Nice to finally win one. How we doing, chat? Bumping day today. Oh, why are you scared, Rev? Or Fractal? Revy. Fractal. Why are you scared? Oh, Anarchist. Ah, it's our Void Ray Enjoyer. Oh, my bad. Did they change the word font? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. They did. I had some words about it. The design language at this point, I would like if they would unify a little bit. But that's just my that's just my front endness coming out.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I learned that the hard way after marketers beat it out of me over 25 years. That's like so not true though. What? Front end matters a lot. I disagree. Your marketers are dumb. They're stinky doo-doo heads.
Time. SCV ready.
Marketers are the reason there's autoplay on most websites. Yeah, but Firefox blocks that now, right?
Big job, huh?
It's been alright. Expensive.
Vespine
But
gas.
good.
Command center upgrade complete.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. Got something for me to kill.
SCV ready.
I banned all the troublemakers? How is that even true? I kept the biggest one. I kept you.
SCV ready.
Oh, that's all? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can just deny autoplay by default. Some of them actually just do it by default too.
Insufficient. Add-on complete.
Got
SCV ready.
what? I'm listening. Death.
Add-on complete.
What's it worth?
SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
Boy.
Additional.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Got. What's it worth? Got something. What? Done. Got.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Death from above.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Go, go, go! What? What's it worth?
Ready for
Death
done.
from above.
SCV ready.
Is that real or fake? You think?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Real.
You gonna
SCV. I can't build here.
This better be good. Armed and ready. Who wants
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient
Alright, good luck.
Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
I will never understand this guy. Nice.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
by the numbers? Who wants that? Huh? This better be good. Gangway coming through. Been waiting.
Go ahead.
Not enough additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
Oh my god, I fucked that up. Yeah, I guess I'm to blame but myself. Seems like a dicey position there, chat.
Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals.
How's it going? Ladder session's going okay. This is... I can't believe these guys are so close. GG. Yeah, this guy plays in like a really weird way, and it's very inefficient, and that's why this one's... And this is like the worst version of this build I could have done. If you skip the Reaper and just go straight for Reactor, it's quite good. This ladder session is pretty huge, dude. Today's not a bad day. I'm not gonna lie. This bet. This game? Does anyone know when this bet is for, please? Fuck me. Can we hold on? Can we get the time? What? Okay, I have a complaint. I have a Twitch UI complaint. A real one. A real streamer complaining about a real, tangible, annoying Twitch UI shit, okay? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna complain about it right now. I'm doing it live. I'm getting my dashboard. Okay. Okay. Alright, ready? This is the UI. Okay? If I click here, and I click this, it's the same thing as this. Why doesn't this say 7 minutes ago, but this does? Because then I'd never have to ask this question. This should say the same thing that this does. These two things should say the same thing. Why is there more information here than here? This is a real complaint, okay? This would make my life much better if I could see this there. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's all I had to say. Still be gang. Good job, chat. Gonna watch the Capcom Spotlight? No. Took a screenshot. I'll mention it to the UI peeps. That's so based. That's it. I have lots of other complaints. Okay? Everyone has complaints. My complaints, sometimes they're valuable and sometimes they're not. But that, I many times redeem that when I fucking shouldn't in the wrong direction. Not many times, but like
Not enough
that'd be so sick.
Not enough minerals.
Bad news? Ah, SCV ready.
Very sick.
Big job, huh? Bad news.
Don't let the fucking chat bully you, okay? Just because you have a wrench.
What's going on?
Additional supply depots required.
Very dope, though.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Ah,
Not enough minerals.
huh? SCV ready.
No, it's too late. Those are my 5. That's my 5 cents, you fucking asshole, man. Don't you try and take that back. Click better next time. Be better, bro. Be better.
SCV ready. going on? Go ahead.
Okay, what are we gonna do here? What do we want to do? I mean, it's TVP. I think we're gonna do 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion, and see what happens next. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, yeah, that's fine.
In the rear with the... What? You want something? Big job, huh?
We're gonna do what's known as winging it.
Done.
Not enough minerals.
What's it worth? Nothing.
Maybe we'll go
What's it worth?
Banshee.
Death from above.
Yeah, you know, one of my least favorite things about the new like combo stuff, because I think it's like the TikTok features. I actually don't know where they originate. It's like many services use them. I can't see them on anything. This is my personal qualm with it. I have no way, like it says it started it, but I can't see the live reaction. I don't know if there's like somewhere I'm supposed to click. I mean, no one really uses them here, but I mean, StarCraft viewers are fucking boomer anyway, so I didn't really expect that. I'm dead.
Add-on complete.
Yeah, YOLOing it was not a good idea.
Big job.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched too much to know what that looks like yet.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Anyway.
Insufficient Vespene. Insufficient Vespene.
What do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do. I'm so lost.
Complete.
This better be.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
SCV ready.
You want a piece of me?
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Raven online.
Wait, how much of the screen did it block?
Gangway coming through.
Underway. State your request.
I thought it was just like a small square.
Research complete.
Cyclone en route.
Scanning battlefield.
Wait, 15%? Whoa, really?
Wait.
That's a large amount.
Insufficient.
I mean, it's in beta right now, so I don't think it's fine. It's like, I don't think the design is final.
Additional supply. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Add-on complete. Additional supply.
Coming through.
Scanning battle.
It blocks, oh, on mobile. Oh, okay, okay. Wait, why is it the same on mobile? Wait, why is it that? Because like on desktop, it's not that big, right? It's like a small amount. But on mobile, it's way bigger, isn't it? So you can tap it. I mean, it makes sense.
What's going on? Go ahead. Build here.
I love how you guys will throw money at pissing Ravi off. Like,
Additional
I kind of appreciate that about you guys.
Combat. State your request.
Fueled up, ready to go.
add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Want some?
Not enough minerals.
Scared me.
Ready for service.
SCV ready.
Yeah, I think it's a. I think blocking chat is like one thing, but yeah, I think it's a dangerous precedent to start blocking the fucking stream.
Upgrade.
I don't know. I think it's not a good idea, especially if you can't disable it. Can I disable it? I actually don't know if I can disable it. Should be able to disable it, I think.
Research complete.
Ah. Yeah, I can disable it.
State your request. Ready. Cannon battle.
Yeah, this is why I was saying I'm confused about what being a red pillar means. You know? Like, supposed to be tough, but then he blocked me. Like, that's, I don't really, I'm getting mixed signals, dude. Rough. Of course. Oh, he's alright, he's wrapping around.
Not enough minerals.
So now he recalls and then overcharges, right? Oh my god, he has two! What the fucking shit, dude? Ah!
Not enough minerals.
Oh.
Not enough minerals.
Did he hit one of them with it? I just don't know. Oh. No, I think it's these two, right? Oh no, he has it. Well, he doesn't even use it. He's a clown. You gotta like, oh my god. Bro. Why does he have the clown nose? Well, I killed like 6 gateways, so yeah, that makes sense. Or like 4 gateways or 5 gateways or something in the robo. So yeah, he's floating because I killed all his production. L. I almost clicked W. Fuck me. Yeah, but it doesn't like, to some degree it's a little bit deceptive because they float a lot, but their production isn't like, they don't constantly spend. They come in waves. So to some degree, like obviously the meme exists as like a 3K, 2K bank for Protoss is like standard, but it's not necessarily fair. Like 2K, 1K is what, like, I don't know, 10 stalkers or something? I haven't looked in ages. It stopped, all of that shit stopped mattering ages ago. I don't know. I just play the game now. Oh, it's our boy. Let's do the right version now and see if he can stop that. Now, he has a ramp, which makes it way better for him. Excuse me.
SCV ready. In the rear
Not
with
enough
the gear.
minerals.
Go.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Bad news? Huh? What's going on?
Additional supply depots required.
Huh?
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Big jump. SCV ready. Sure thing. Huh?
Bum, 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 bum. Wait, this is correct.
In the rear with
Command center up.
Curious to see if he just blank counters it. Very curious.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Do, do, do,
What's
do,
going
do.
on? SCV ready. Huh? SCV ready.
Gangway, coming through. What?
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
By the number. Armed and ready.
This is
This better be good.
beyond intriguing.
You gonna get by the numbers, boys.
I mean, this is just worse.
Go, go, go! Get in there. Want a piece of me, boy?
SCV ready.
Why would you just give up the zealot?
Additional supply depots required. Not enough.
What's crazy is that he's like anarchist, but he like always plays the same shit. Like right wingers pretending to be centrist. Bro, see me like were? That sounds a lot like were.
Additional supply depots.
Where's always struck me as a proper right winger, you know what I'm saying?
Additional supply depots required.
Forward to it.
Not enough minerals.
Want a piece of
He tries to paint himself as like a both sides of the aisle kind of guy, but
orders?
what the fuck? Okay.
Ready to blunder. Oh, you gonna get been waiting on you.
Huh. Turns out the hard counter was just fucking microing.
Enough minerals.
Okay.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals.
That's actually so funny.
Want some? Ready to blunder. I've been waiting on you. Been waiting on you, boy.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
He gives you landowner vibes. Bro, I heard he owns like more than one land. Thoughts?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Our SCV are under attack. Our SCV are under attack.
Recall? Hmm.
Base is under attack.
Armed and ready. This better be good. Go, go, go! Of course. Sure.
Base is under attack.
You gonna give me
Base
orders?
is under attack.
What? You gonna get armed? Who? Armed and ready. This better be
Base
good.
is under attack.
Been waiting on. By the numbers, boys. Who wants some? This better be good. You gonna give me what's going on?
I don't have enough to repair it, yeah?
Armed and ready. Got it.
Oh, he has 4.
Will do.
That's real rough.
By the numbers.
5, actually.
Who wants some? You gonna give me orders?
6. Does he have a hidden base? GG. He must. No. Wow. Yes, he does not. Okay. I should have gone to depower the pylon. Right after. Alright. Lesson learned. I don't know, I thought I would be able to win before. But no shot. Based. Based. I'm done. I'm done. It's not. It's actually not a good counter. But, I mean, it was funny. Because he lost. But, I mean, he did miss micro really badly, so. I suppose there's that. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Am I allowed to beg for a gifted sub? Of course you can beg for a gifted sub, brother. Right after you watch some ads. Go ahead. Beg away, big boy. All right. Are there any non-subs in here besides Vindicta that wants a sub? Ravi is looking to front the bill. How many of you are there? Any non-subs in the chat? Oh, Fractal's in there. Muffin Man doesn't have a sub.
SCV ready.
Oh,
Not enough minerals.
softcore SpongeBob wouldn't mind one either.
Not
Jesus,
enough
look at
minerals.
that. The regulars are coming out.
Bad news. SCV ready. Will do. Go ahead. What's... Huh? Big job, huh?
Additional supply depots required.
Nice. Let's go, Ravi. Very sick.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Very based. Very based.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Not a Target. Do, 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 do. Migs, it has nothing to do with the color of the skin and everything to do with the content of the character.
Bad news. SCV ready.
Vindicted 2? Bro, that's so fucking evil, bro. That's so evil, man. Oh my god. That's so ruthless. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, gifting it to special was fucking oh, Ravi. God, you're the goat. The fucking goat, bro. Yeah, and Major. Oh. God.
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
What did you miss? Everyone in the chat who's a non-sub is getting a sub but you right now. That's what you missed. Welcome to the new meta. Same as the old meta.
SCV ready.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. What's it
Bo! Yo! Thank you for the prime, big boy.
SCV ready.
I appreciate you. Yo, you excited to watch Aspinall fight, man? I'm so pumped. I'm so happy for the guy. Finally gets to go fucking hit some people. Really, newbie, let's go. Thank you for subbing, big boy.
Add-on complete.
He's the fucking, yeah, he's the champ now. John Jones is out.
Insufficient.
So he should have a fight announced shortly.
Insufficient.
Probably during International Fight Week.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Command center upgrade complete.
In the rear with
Yeah, I mean,
big job, huh?
yeah, I think as a fan,
SCV ready.
Optics online.
Not enough minerals.
Cyclone on route.
it'll never be in your GOAT list. I don't think so. I think as a fan, it sucks for sure.
Nothing will stop me.
Insufficient.
SCV ready.
But like, I don't know. It's tough, bro. Like, cause Aspinall's gonna go in there and just mog him. Like, he's gonna mog the fuck out of him, dude. He's gonna absolutely blast him. He's unlike any heavyweight he's fought. And like, John's stylistically incredible, but Aspinall is just so fucking good.
Not enough minerals.
Damn 40 months.
So like,
time flies
you're
when
going
you're a
in there
piece
to
of
get
shit.
your ass beat. Like, he's not going to get walked down. He's not going to get outranged. He's not going to get outsped. He's going to get fucking... It's going to be a fight, bro. It's going to be a fight for his life. So,
Additional supply depots.
given his entire legacy and the fact that, like, they weren't willing to give him, like, the 40 mil he probably wanted,
Minerals.
yeah, I get why he's not doing it.
Not enough.
Like, he's done. Like, he's rich as fuck. Like, why? Like, what more can you gain at that point? Like, he's got fuck you money beyond compare. Like, he's never working again for the rest of his life. And like, he's going in there to get his ass beat, I think, personally. And I like John Jones' fight style. It's just that Aspinall is like actually fucking insanely good, I think. I think he's a very scary guy. Very powerful, very
Not
fast.
enough minerals. Additional. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
And then he backed out later. Yeah, I think that, I don't know, maybe he just realized he's actually just done.
SCV ready.
I don't know what to, I don't know. Like,
In the rear.
yeah, there's a good chance he's just ducking, but
I can't build here.
I don't know.
Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. There are a lot of, like, I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, it is, I think you're not actually that far off. Like, there are a lot of sports, but I mean, I don't think that's super true. Like big guys get into martial arts, man. Like, and if they're particularly good, and like, it's just that the division is kind of bad. I think not having Francis is really bad for the UFC. Francis is like the heavyweight. Like, he looks like a fucking heavyweight. He moves like a heavyweight. And he's like really fucking good. And his story's insane. Like, them letting him go was a massive mistake for the division, I think. It just looks like the division just looks worse than it should. Ah, we're getting fucked on by this again.
Research complete. Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
I'm excited though. Like, I really like
Mineral
Aspinall. I think he's a great character, and I think that
complete.
his fights are sick. And he's really sick.
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
We could use some help here.
Not enough.
I think if I have these here, this is a W, not an L. But yeah, I didn't. I fucking can't believe that.
Research.
Just go on.
Insufficient.
Yeah, like we were not in a bad spot this time.
Go, go, go!
Ready for dust off.
Mineral field complete.
Coming through.
Mineral field.
I think I'm a pretty big fan of everything except for like flyweight. But even then, I don't think there's a single division I don't find interesting in the UFC, to be honest. I think there's definitely boxing I don't care for, but I think that the ability to like fluidly switch between ground and stand up makes the lighter divisions much more interesting.
Complete.
Who want a piece of me, boy? We could use some help here.
Ready for dust off.
Go time.
Okay, we need to not fall into the Moosty trap here,
Gangway.
which is where we just stop building stuff or workers. Okay, he's absolutely going to send it again, by the way. So we just want to like camp mid and catch him trying to cross, and then hit him with the surround.
Just say when.
Yeah, he's going for it. Okay.
Want a piece of me, boy? By the number.
Command center upgrade.
Now,
complete.
Been waiting. Armed.
Mineral field.
Ready for dust off.
It's go time.
is he just gonna go for the third?
This better be been waiting. Coming through.
He is.
Ready for pickup.
About to get heavy. You gonna give me orders?
Talk to me.
That's nice. That's nice. That's so sick. That's so sick. Oh my god, that's so sick. Oh, that's such a nice fucking surround. Oh my god, it's so dope. Ah. That's so sick. It's sick. We need this to be the thumbnail, dude. Back up. Jesus Christ. I always go too fast. Yeah, thumbnail's like right there. So sick. That's actually dope. Aspinal Fear Dragon. Oh my god. That's just stupid. That's just stupid, bro. That's a dumb fucking question. Perfect. W gang. Why are you guys so dumb sometimes, huh? What's wrong with you? What's the matter for you? Do, 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 do. How many gifted subs? I don't know. Did we make it today? Oh, we did make it today. Nice. We made it to the goal. Very based. Good job. The 30% power level me. One more. And then we're out. Out and off, as you will. If you will, as it were. And I gotta go and discover whether or not what the internet situation is. I'm so excited. It was a bad time in my life. I think, yeah, I kind of wish I'd gone through the subathon with no 5.1. If there was no 5.1, I think I would have been a lot more level-headed, I think. I had my moments, for sure. It was a lot of fun, though. Alright, last game. Who'd we get? Oh, nice. A barcode 5.2k Zerg. Yes, I agree. The ending was perfect. The ending was perfect.
Let's go.
I was definitely angrier during that rant. 100%, yes. I was at a maximum level of tilted during that conversation.
Be ready. Going.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
Which time? What was the workaholic? I'm not getting back into this argument.
News? Go ahead.
In the end, I think it was just a difference of definitions.
Additional supply depots required.
Yeah, I don't want to get back into that.
SCV ready.
I did. I went further beyond. That's for sure. You streamed like 4 hours. True. That's so fucking true, bro. That's a fact. No, I said I was, and Jeremy said I was not. Other way around.
SCV ready.
No, I didn't say I don't work. Oh, he has memeally said that, but yeah, slowly also said I wasn't. Yeah, for sure.
In the rear with the. What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Huh?
Yes.
Big job, huh? Go ahead.
I was maximum fucking tilted. Oh, I'm sure they were agreeing with their parents.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. Death from above.
SCV ready.
Let's do this.
It's pretty subjective. Yeah, that was kind of the point. My thesis was that, like, I basically turn everything into work eventually. And also, I work a lot more than the hours on stream. I think that right now I'm in a bit of a fucking lost state, but like even before, like any hobby I get into usually becomes a streamed thing. Like it eventually becomes work in some way. And that was kind of like my point was just that no matter what I did, like I have to make even still. I mean, Ravi's like this, yeah, it's difficult. He's like, yeah, he's asking questions and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the pit of despair, but yeah, no, I just felt like I was just like an offhand comment at first, like I had to make very concerted efforts to make sure that there are some things in my life that don't become on-stream things, because otherwise they just do, and then it's like it's always working, like they're just, no matter what you do, like you're always just working on something, you know? Yeah, and I, as a former creator / creator, I like a lot of you would get it. Like a lot of people would get it who've done this job specifically. I wasn't like trying to say my job was like really hard or anything. It's just that I just do that. Like I do that. Like there are some things I just keep, you know, me and the boys, or like I just don't. I try really hard not to work them into a workup because it ruins them for me in that way. Like,
Not enough.
you know, I think Rocket League was a good example of this. It's like something that I got really into. Mechanical keyboards is like a thing I started out as kind of just like a chill hobby, and that became like a thing that immediately
Not enough.
I was doing for people for work, and then yeah, just like, you know, this kind of just goes on.
Not enough.
Basically everything. Yeah, I was not happy. For sure. I was very unhappy with that. Yeah, it's a slippery slope when you realize you can monetize. Yeah, but that's the thing too, is that like Jeremy was coming at it from like an hours worked kind of thing, and like my point was like, it's not like, this is an analogy, but it's almost like how an alcoholic doesn't need to actually drink to be an alcoholic. Like, you don't actually have to be working to still have your mind completely preoccupied with work. And like, yeah, and it is hustle culture in general. It's definitely that way, but it's more just that I just do that all the time. Like, I just turn things into work that aren't at first.
Add-on.
So it wasn't even like a flex or anything. I was just explaining shit. Like, explaining kind of that I have to go out of my way to keep some things from becoming that way. Otherwise, I'd just turn them into part of the job.
Research complete.
Think that's true with the alcoholic? Oh no, that is true. Like, I think now this is just hearsay, I guess, but like what I've heard is that alcoholics will say that once you're like an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. Because you don't have to be drinking. Like, you're always have to be vigilant. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was my point. It's nowhere near the level of severity, or like it's got a whole different thing. It's just a very similar idea there.
Additional.
Alcoholism can be genetic. I think you still have to be exposed to alcohol though. But like, I think, yeah, you can definitely I think the ease with which you can get addicted is definitely genetic.
Mayday!
This better be good.
I got my ears on.
Armed and ready.
Ready for dust off.
My guess is that if you have that, like, you're just more prone to getting addicted to substances, period. You just have an addictive personality in general, but
Insufficient rescue.
I'm not actually sure, so I don't want to speak out of turn.
Additional supply depots.
But yeah, like, in the end,
Not
it was just very frustrating, but I think that we came to an agreement that, yeah, Jeremy's definition is just that you have to, like, work a certain amount of hours.
upgrade complete.
But, like, a really good way to, like, frame my kind of argument about it is if you watch, like, I was just watching My Diary of a CEO guy talking with Tom Aspinall, and it's like, when you're doing something like, you know, if you're competing at the highest level in UFC, like, everything including sleeping is kind of like your job. If that makes sense. like your rest and recovery is important. It's something that most people don't think they don't think of that as work. But like if you're not disciplined in actually getting the rest, like you won't recover, and if you don't recover, you don't get better, etc. So like it's the same kind of idea that every career and every job kind of has like multiple things that other people would never they do them, but they never consider them to be work because they're not required for their job. Like for me, staying in good shape is actually part of the job. I honestly think the stream would do worse if I wasn't in good shape and looked like shit. Like people are superficial. I genuinely believe that on some level. I think that's true. And also, you know, fitness is a reasonable, not reasonable, but I bring it up a lot. We talk about it a lot. I think, you know, maintaining that is important. It's just true. Like, it's true. I think people absolutely give a fuck what you look like, and that's just a fact of life.
Ready for dust off.
I'm not trying to say that. Like it's you guys know what I fucking mean, okay? So where's the fuck cam? You know what? I deserve this. I said it. I can't get upset about it. You know? I know what I did.
Dust off.
I understand. And I shouldn't be surprised in any way, shape, or form.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Lurker, right? Yes. Yeah. That's a great way to describe it. Yeah. Correct. Thank you. That is an absolutely incredibly accurate way to describe, like, being a streamer in some ways. Like, in some ways, genuinely, I am the product, as a fact.
Command center upgrade. Not enough.
Yes, and so it blurs the lines.
SCV under upgrade.
I mean, I think that this is always a thing. It's not like it's just a modern thing. I mean, this has been an idea that's been around for a long time.
Mineral field.
It's not like we reinvented the fucking wheel or something.
Reporting.
Unacceptable command.
I can't.
Yes, sir.
Oh fuck.
Mineral field depleted.
Oh my god. Every spell in the fucking universe was used there.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Gangway, coming through.
SCV ready.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Mineral field depleted. Not enough.
Who wants some?
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Give me this.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough energy. Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
Who wants some? So, huh?
Fueled up, ready to go.
There's a video I think it would be funny here.
Not enough.
Oh, like yeah. Like boomers thinking. I don't know. Give me the TLDR, but like my TLDR on this, because like this conversation has been actually done not just by them, I think, but several times. It's that like, I think streaming is probably one of the harder jobs. Like, not just streaming, but content creation is just probably one of the harder jobs you can do for some people, and for other people, it's the fucking easiest job in the world. Like, there are some people that just can't do it. Like, they would absolutely collapse. But then there are other people who, it's like they were born to, like entertainers who are born to entertain, you know? It goes for most jobs. I mean, there are definitely jobs where I think, you know, the average person could probably adapt to it. But like, I think I know a lot of people who never had a chance. Like, there's no way. The level of judgment you get for like any banal thing is like they just collapse under the weight of it. It's not that, you know, they're just sensitive in general to that kind of shit, which is maybe true of everybody a little bit or something. I don't know. But I mean, if you're made for it, I think it's an easy job. Like, it's not physically demanding, generally speaking. Yeah, you're not under any real risks. Yeah, for sure. I think whenever people look at that, they're thinking of things like, you know, oil rig guy in a mine, construction worker guy. Like, all right, listen, we'll talk for a sec, but then I'm out of here to go and make sure my internet works in the new place, okay? So if you're on Twitch, hit the follow button and shit. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Okay, do that. I'm gonna turn off the YouTube stream now. Well, actually, I'll give it a sec. I'm scared the algorithm come because on Thursday, Friday, I feel like getting a beer every single time, even though I could easily resist it if I make myself. Well, it depends. Are you alone? Like, oh. Jesus Christ. Gatorade has sealed tabs on it. What was that? Yeah, she just needed the cap unscrewed. I think I don't know. Like, I'm not an expert on this topic, but I think that, yeah, the idea, it's supposed to be that you can't stop yourself, right? Like, if you're going out and having drinks with people and you're like looking forward to that, like, I wouldn't be so sure that it was the alcohol or the friendship shit. But if you can't tell yourself no, I feel like that's like the absolute reddest of flags. It was an easy open. I think she's just a little under the weather, so, you know, I had to open it for moral support. Yeah, no, there's a lot of things about being a streamer, I think, that make it difficult, not just because of the job itself, but a lot of it, like, especially if you're like mid-level or below where you can't pay anybody to do stuff. I think a lot of the things I'm about to say go away when you make enough money that it doesn't matter. So like, these things actually probably apply less the better you are or the more successful you are. But it's like you have a lot of aside from just the job itself, you're self-employed and you own your own business, so you have to do all your own taxes, which no one ever tells you how to do, really. You have to manage your business on your own, and there's a lot of bullshit that you're responsible for that I think a lot of people aren't necessarily. Oh, camera gone. Very sick. Yeah, anyway. It'll come back. Are you arguing with Jeremy Reviewer about what's harder? No. It's not difficult per se. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that people don't think about when they think about being a streamer or whatever that goes into it. But like, then there's also the job itself, which is usually if you're fucking trying to be a streamer and a streamer alone and not just a content creator. I mean, realistically, you should be alive like 8 to 10 hours a day because you're your own ad, basically. If you're trying to make a real run at it, which in and of itself is difficult. Like, I think people take for granted. It depends on how rigid you are, but like, I think people take for granted just like the idea of a lunch break. Like, that's a big deal. You shouldn't really take them as a streamer. Like, you know, the longer you're away, the viewership drops, and it takes a long time to rebuild that viewership. Like, it takes a long time to get it back. So, like, you know, if I step away for lunch for 30 minutes, my viewership drops 50%. Okay, well, now I'm going to spend the next 3 hours getting that back. Whereas before, like, if I just taken a 5-minute break instead of a 2-minute break, then my viewership would be 80 to 90%, and I'd be spending more time with more viewers, which attracts more viewers and gives me a higher chance of being able to pay my bills, basically. I've rarely seen streamers take a break before I started watching SC streamers. Yeah, SC streamers, some of them take a break. It's the thing about StarCraft, and I'm not gonna share any other game. I know how hard StarCraft is. Like, you play 5 straight games and you're fucking exhausted. Like, your hands are tired, like your brain is exhausted. Like, you need, like, taking fucking 10 to 15 minutes makes sense. Most people would take 10 to 15 minutes. It's difficult to do. Conditioning yourself. Like, actually, here's a really good example. I can give you an anecdotal example about it. Coming back, this is the old place still, Death. We won't be in the new place probably till Monday or Tuesday. So for when I came back to streaming, I went from 2 to 3 hours a day to 5 hours a day, and that difference of play, like, my hands got tired really fast. Like, I had to actually take like a few days to take a little bit of time off, just that my right hand, the pointer finger, the muscles that make the pointer finger go were getting sorer and sorer. And if you keep going, you develop RSI, which is obviously not fucking ideal at all. So you have to, like, just that 2-hour difference, just going from 3 hours a day, because I was like coming off vacation, going from 3 hours a day to 5 hours a day was enough to like actually cause, you know, physically for me to get tired. And it's not just tired, but actually sore. And if you keep going, you have to actually like let that heal, and then so you can come back more resilient. Now we play 4 or 5 hours and like my hands are fine. But like, that just goes to show that if you're streaming like 8 hours a day and you're playing straight like 8 hours a day, dude, your fucking wrists are done, your hands are done. Like, and back in the days when switches were lighter and mice were heavier and everything, it was like even worse than it is now. It's not like bad. Thank you, Mike, for the reset, by the way. I wonder if you just have to be, the thing about breaks is that you just have to be willing to take them, and you just have to take the L. Like, this is kind of like, it's the same concept as I brought this up before. Some days it's just better not to go live and just take the day off. And that's a weird concept to a lot of people, because usually, like, when you go, you can't do that for a regular job. But the rationale is that if you're in a bad mood and you're having a shit day and you go live and you absolutely piss off like all of your regulars, you say shit you don't mean, you're just angry, you can do more damage by doing that than any gains you can have. Obviously, like, if you're good at making it funny and you can channel that's one thing. But if you're in like such a bad headspace that you can actually do tangible damage to your community, it's better that you just take that day off. And it's kind of like the same idea when it comes to, you know, taking breaks. It's probably better that you take a break, eat something, rest, relax, and then come back after 30 minutes and then have a good second half of a stream than just play through it and fucking like you know, try and be entertaining when you really just need to stop and come back. Like, yeah, there's just streaming is a weird job in that way. Like, it's, you know, very rarely could you go up to when someone's like, "So did you work today?" And you're like, "Nah, I wasn't feeling good," and they're like, "You pussy, like fucking go do your job." It's then you have to do the whole bit where you explain, like, "Yeah, well, but if I do that, like, and then I fucking finally yell at Ravi a little bit too loud this last time, and he never fucking comes back." Like, you can't just do that. You sometimes it's better to just work on something else. And this is why being content creator in general is good. Like, I can work on a script now. I can work on YouTube videos now. I can work on thumbnails. I can do some other shit. If I feel like the day is just scuffed for whatever reason. All right. Anyway, I'm sending you guys away. That's it. I don't know where I'm sending you, but I'm sending you somewhere. But yeah, streaming's a weird job. So, like, for example, when we started this entire conversation, we were at like about 200 viewers, and now we're down to 150 just because we stopped playing StarCraft. It's just like, but it's a good conversation, and it's just worth doing despite that. It doesn't matter. Like, sometimes it's just, that's just the job. Oh, we can raid Moosty. It's been a while. I'm gonna jump in Discord if you're around. I gotta go. I gotta take a nice fucking fat bus ride and go get my router and this. That's why the viewers are gone. Oh, is that why the viewers are gone? You're defying years of experience. All right. Good luck, YouTube chat.